What is your old Tyler back with my continuation of my 2010 year continues with Victory Road. It was better than the 2009 Victory Road, but still ain't that memorable, to be honest with you. Yeah. July 11th in the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida, like except for a few pay-per-views that took place in the Impact Zone, mostly the 2008 year, basically. Yeah. Now before I get to the actual event, now the main event is Rob Van Dam defending the world title against Abyss. We'll get to him in a minute. Jeff Hardy and Mr. Anderson. Now, why am I talking about this right now? It was some point at the end of June, sometime, or Abyss was saying they are coming, which is going to lead to Bound for Glory. And he turns heel for the first time since 2007. And turns on Hulk Hogan, shoves that Hall of Fame ring into his mouth. And he introduced a new weapon called Janice, which is what you see right here. This is an old TNA figure. This is the weapon you see on this screen right now. This is what he calls Janice. It's a nail-covered 2x4. And this is from the Ringside Collectibles Hardcore Accessory Pack, that's part of it, so I don't know why I'm mentioning it right now. So yeah, that's what I'm going to mention it right now. But what else the show has? Pretty forgettable. Like this. This is a submission / Ultimate X match for the TNA X Division Championship. Yeah, I think it's on the back of one. This is part of the twin pack, by the way. No Surrender will be later on. So there's that. Let me see. It says Ultimate X or submission, basically. So you're ruining the entire idea of the Ultimate X. Thanks a lot, Hulk Hogan. Douglas Williams defeats Brian Kendrick to retain the X Division Championship. Why couldn't this just be a submission match? You don't need to use the Ultimate X stipulation. Or vice versa, you should just make it an Ultimate X match, but no. And this was not good. I'm just being perfectly honest. This is probably the worst X Division Championship match by far. Of 3. It was terrible. Next up, we get a 3-way match. Yeah. This was before Bully Ray. He was still called Brother Ray. He defeats Brother Devon and Jesse Neal. This storyline was not good. This was the beginning of the end for Team 3D and TNA. Well, their first run in TNA, basically. They were reunited later as Aces and Ace 3 years later, which is... but yeah, this was, again, bad. A 2. And the first half of Victor Road's head was bad. And then we get another title versus career match. That's the 3rd pay-per-view in a row I have. There's a title versus career match. This is fucking overkill. But Angela Love defeats Mazarine by disqualification. There's apparently, so she won the Knockouts title. Okay, whatever. So there's apparently a woman in a biker helmet, and the announcer, they're thinking it was either one of the two beautiful people, but we all found out it was going to be Tara, so there's that. This match sucked. Another 2. Yeah. Also, before I continue on, the ropes are red, white, and blue. I get the Victory Road theme, it's trying to be like their version of the Great American Bash. Why it took now for the roles to be red, white, and blue? It's weird to see that in AEW now. Who knows if they're going to continue that tomorrow, but whatever. Then we got AJ Styles. Yeah, I'm wearing his shirt. And considering this is the beginning of Fortune, by the way, defeats the random ass team of Rob Terry and Samoa Joe. This was not. I don't think it was advertised on the card. And oh my god, AJ Styles. Earlier this year, was the TNA championship. Now go to July, he's in the middle of the show. It was actually a fine tag match, a 7 out of 10, but yeah, it was just a forgettable. It was actually a good match, but it was just a random ass match on the card. Anyway, so then we get a steel cage match between Hernandez defeating Matt Morgan. This was a bad match. These two do not have chemistry at all. I give it a 1. This was basically the end of their feud for another year. So there's that. Bad match. It was these two were tag team champions, which does anybody even remember them as a tag team? No. They couldn't get along, and what happened after Destination X, Matt Morgan became the sole tag team champion, we all know what happened at Slammiversary. It was not really much of a match, basically, but moving on. Then we get this match. Jay Lethal defeats Ric Flair. I'm not kidding you. This match was actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. With Ric Flair not wrestling in a pay-per-view match since WrestleMania 24 against Shawn Michaels. But the programs leading up to it was fucking hilarious. Let's just be honest here. It all started when Hulk Hogan, not Hawk Hogan. I'm not Marky D, for God's sake. Give Jay Lethal Ric Flair's Hall of Fame, but Jay Lethal says, you deserve it, and then this led to the hilarious stuff with Jay Lethal acting like Ric Flair, and the hilarious woo-off, which is hilarious, was led to this grudge match here, and Jay Lethal beat Ric Flair by the figure 4 leg lock, which he beat him clean, basically. I think these two had a street fight on Impact before the next period, which sooner or later. A 7.5, I'm giving this. Yes, this was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, and it was the best match on the night. Surprisingly! Anyways. And now we get this match for the vacated TNA World Tag Team Championships. The band Hall and Nash had to relinquish the tag titles, and Hall was out the company again. We get the Motor City Machine Guns defeat Beer Money to win the vacated tag team championships. It's about freaking time the Motor City Machine Guns become the TNA World Tag Team Champions. It took them this fucking long, basically. This was actually another good match. But you could tell that the tag team division is downhill after Hall and Nash became the tag team titles in 2010. God, I hate this fucking year. A 7 out of 10, I give it. So, there's that. Now we get to the last two matches. Thank God. Kurt Angle defeats D'Angelo De Niro. This was okay of a match. They're doing this whole storyline of Kurt wants to become the world champion, but his career has to be on the line all the time. Okay, I give it a 5.5 out of 10. It was not that good of a match. It was an okay match, actually. And then we get the main event tonight for Victory Road 2010. A fatal four-way, or a four-way match, rather, for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Before I get to this shit has just been Rob Van Dam versus Abyss. But anyways, Rob Van Dam defeats Abyss, Jeff Hardy, and Mr. Anderson to retain the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And why I should have said this should have just been Rob Van Dam versus Abyss? Because Abyss became a heel again, and this should have just been a regular match, one-on-one match. And I would have given the belt to Abyss because he's a heel again. He's got this new fucking weapon. Although in reality he can't hit anybody with it because it will legitimately kill them. But he said he kept the belt on Rob Van Dam. Look. This match was not good either. It was sloppy. It was not good at all. And Anderson was going to eat the pinfall also. 4 out of 10, I give it. And then afterwards, Abyss beat up Rob Van Dam. He was going to hit him with Janice, but he hits the ring count and ripped it off. But then that's how the show ends. What a weak ending to this pay-per-view, actually. And it's just been Rob Van Dam versus Abyss one-on-one. And have Abyss win the title, but no, they kept the belt on RVD, which will happen in August. He has to relinquish the belt due to the bloody assault from Abyss with Janice off camera, by the way. So yeah, not the best show, but I think it was better than Fatal 4-Way, I thought. A 4.5 out of 10. Better than the 2009 edition, but not saying a whole lot. Okay, we're almost done with 2010. Oh my god, hell, almost done. Next up is Money in the Bank. And Hardcore Justice. The ECW... Oh. I can't say ECW because WWE owned the rights to ECW, so they had to be called EV 2.0. Oh, great. Another ECW reboot. But it's just a faction this time around. So, Hardcore Justice. I don't understand why after One Night Stand 2005. But anyways, so that's the next two coming up with Money in the Bank. And tomorrow's my Dynamite review pre-recorded. Like this, comment, and subscribe. And I hit 100 subscribers also. I already mentioned it a lot. So, there's that. Bye.